Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And here's Kamara on the read option. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw it is Hall from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
2nd and 6. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
To throw on 3rd down. Hall. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So on fourth down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Back to throw. Hall. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he's going to have the Packers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Paul. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often
don't. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We're scoreless after 1. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been... He's got a man complete. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 99 yards. And the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And
now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hall firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Hall, off play action. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. Off play action. Hall looking deep downfield. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football
and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And some space here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Hey, what's you? Ready?
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On the double.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check, strike. Striker, 23. Yellow, move. Yellow, go.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a give, running left is Harris, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Harris running straight ahead. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 52 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
On the set.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Damian Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Here's Hall on first down. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82? Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake. Ball. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Leonard Williams drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
2nd and 11. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well,
touchdown, Packers! A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line, this is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 4. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. An option handoff given to Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Hall now on 1st and 10. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be brought in by Higgins.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Hall. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Go ultra.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Desmond Ridder
Scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Kamara try the right side. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by Pitts. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and